I know what you're thinking. You can't possibly raise the rent on your tenant. They are on a fixed income. They are disabled. They have whatever set of personal circumstances that keep them from paying market rent at your property. I have a strategy for dealing with this. How did I develop a strategy? I developed a strategy by doing this hundreds of times. I'm Jen. I'm a real estate investment educator and advocate and broker at One Focus Property Management. I know the heartbreaking situation you're in. You're an investor in a property. You have one or more tenants who aren't paying market rent because they simply can't. Their income, their situation doesn't allow them to pay a true market rent on the property. So when you approach them or want to approach them about a rent increase, it's very difficult because you're quite literally asking them to pay something that they can't pay. The most typical solution to this that I've seen real estate investors use is the wait and see approach. So they'll indicate to the tenant, hey, I really need to raise the rent here for whatever reason, or maybe no reason. And the tenant will say, I simply can't pay that. Well, I better start looking for a place then, right? And this will go on for months or even years. Then when the investor isn't doing well, they usually reach out to me for help and explain that their rents are below market because these tenants simply can't afford to pay it. Okay, you've waited long enough. Here's my strategy. We're going to issue the tenant a renewal lease on month-to-month terms that the rent automatically escalates at a certain time duration. So it can increase every single month, it could increase every other month, or even quarterly. And that might depend on the facts of the situation, but just say, for instance, market rent on the property is $1,000, and the tenant in this case is paying $600. So we might issue a month-to-month renewal where every single month the rent increases by $25 or $30, which would get them closer to market rent, and it starts to compensate you for the time that you're waiting while they figure out their housing situation. Now, I know some of you are thinking, hey, that's genius. That balances my need to be compassionate, but also my needs as a business person. And for those people, you're welcome. That is who I intended this for. For those of you who are saying, hey, this is just plain wrong, we can't increase the rent on people that can't afford to pay it. I totally get that you feel that way, and that's why America's so great. You get to buy rental property and make the decisions that you want to make. And for investors who want to grow generational wealth, who want to have a stable business, who want to be able to cover the costs and be compensated for the risk they're taking as investors, well then, this strategy could work. If you have something to say about it, let me know. Or if you have a different way you've approached this, let me know as well. Happy to help.